It's your boy ConcertViz 34, and it is the night before Something in the Water. And this is just a message more to DMB fans heading out there, looking at the lineup, wondering what's going on. Here's a little bit of a warning. DMB is probably one of the whitest acts going to this stage for the weekend, or at least attracting one of the whitest crowds. That's not a bad thing. They're going to add a little bit more diversity to a heavy pop and hip hop vibe down there in beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia, where I was lucky enough to go a couple weeks ago. But there's a couple things that fans need to understand. Okay, some fans are already complaining, how is DMB at 8 o'clock and Pharrell and Friends and Diplo are going to play before them? No, here's the reality. All right, DMB is in, again, a lineup that is heavily hip-hop and pop. So they're not going to close out the night with DMB. You're not going to get Seven and Don't Drink the Water at the end of the night. No, they're going to close the night off with a Diplo, who's a kind of a DJ kind of dude who gets on those turntables and, you know, doesn't play instruments, and that's just, it is what it is. But that's who's going to close out the night at 10:30 to give everyone there, ending the night with a nice little dance house EDM vibe. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, it's not a knock that they're going on at 8 o'clock in some aspects. When you look at the lineup, Friday, DMB goes on at 8. Saturday at 8:30, Travis Scott goes on, and Travis Scott is one of the hottest acts in hip-hop right now, or in music in general. I mean, this dude broke records for his streaming and his sales for just the way he's been able to do that for the hip-hop tip for this year. So he's going at 8:30. And after him is Pharrell and Friends and Virgil Abloh. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. And I listen to a lot of different types of music. So then the next night on Sunday, despite the trash of a human being he is, Chris Brown is going on at 8:10. And I mean, dude is talented. As much of a trash of a human being he is, he's talented. And he has a big following despite the trash of a human being he is. He's going on at 8:10. So you have the biggest acts really of every night are going on around 8 o'clock. So as much as some DMB fans are upset, that's almost a nod to the power of the band, that they're going on at the 8 o'clock. What they're doing is the 9 o'clock Sunday, Anderson .Paak. He's not as big as Chris Brown, even though Chris Brown, again, is a trash of a human being. I just have to mention that because I do not like him, and he made a mistake, and he still made more mistakes after that. I just can't, I don't respect him as a person, but he does make good music for his genre. Anyway, Chris Brown aside, you know, you have the Saturday lineup, Pharrell and Friends and Virgil Abloh, I don't even know, Abloh, you know, they're closing out the night, I think, to get the crowds out a little earlier that are for the big acts. So Pharrell after DMB and Diplo after DMB, these are acts to kind of end the night. To at that point, the Migos are going before DMB. Janelle Monáe is going before DMB. The bigger acts are at that like 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock time frame for the night. Even Pusha T on Saturday is going on, or Sunday, he's going on at 4:50. So you may not know who that is, but I mean, Pusha T is from Virginia. He's going to have a big hometown fan base, and he's going on, you know, while the sun's still up. So I think that fans who are, and it's a minority of fans, but like, oh, how come DMB is, and oh my gosh, they're only going, you know, an hour and maybe 10, 15 hour, 20, if that, because they get on stage at 8, Pharrell and Friends go on at 9:25. You got to assume there's going to be a little bit of a changeover, so maybe an hour. This is what you get with the sets that you're going to have with these festivals. And I think that as DMB gets festival heavy, and as certain fans, Virginia Beach fans, San Diego, LA fans, now that you're only getting festivals, you have to realize, while it's great that DMB is coming to your city, you have to be aware that you're not going to get what you get when they are the headlining act. And many people know that, but some people are going to be shocked by that. Some people are going to be a little disappointed. And not everyone's going to be crazy for DMB. Matter of fact, DMB shows, a lot of people aren't even crazy for the music. There's loud people there just talking. You're trying to tell them to shut up during the show. There's people just getting drunk, chasing men, chasing women, chasing men and women, chasing you know, beer and chasing food. And they're just there for every reason but the show. So I mean, just be ready if you're going to a festival show for DMB. Again, it's going to be a crowd that where not everyone's going to know their music, not everyone's going to like them, but people will bob their heads, people will be happy, people will be open to hearing what they have to play. The other thing is, don't go to these shows like Something in the Water expecting them to play these super rare things. They are going to play their standard set. Don't Drink the Water will be played tomorrow. Satellite will probably be played tomorrow. Crash and Me will probably be played tomorrow. Seven or You and Me, one of those two will be played. I guarantee it. And, you know, there's going to be a Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop will be played. And Don't Drink the Water will be played again. It'll be played twice because there's Something in the Water Festival. So you're going to get a cookie cutter set. If you're there to enjoy whatever the band plays, then that'll be fine. But if you're there to think they're going to play JTR right after, you know, the Migos get on stage, that's not happening, son. That's not happening. So just be aware. And the same thing with the other festivals. Even though these festivals are like Jazz Fest, and the one Beale Street or whatever the Beale Street based fest is in Memphis, and the See Here Now Festival, that's oh, it's the end of the summer, they're gonna do these crazy. No, they're playing a cookie cutter set just like they did at Miami Beach. So I'm just warning fans, don't get too hyped up. Don't think that they're gonna do something magical. And if you don't like these terms of DMB only playing for an hour, having a shortened set, not being the last act on at the end of the night, then here's what you need to do. Don't go to the festival and go buy a ticket to the nearest full band show that you can find. Go to the Gorge, go to SPAC, go to Alpine, those destination shows and destination weekends, and you won't be disappointed there. Now, you may pay a lot more money, but again, you get what you pay for. This festival, you're paying for 3-day passes, and they sold out, by the way. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. The people will probably be selling them. I don't know how the wristbands work, but people will be selling them. But when you go to these festivals, you're not going to pay as much as you're going to pay for the mid-level price of some of these, you know, for a daily ticket. If you divide it out by day, you're going to get more music for your money, but DMB is going to play more predictable sets. They're not going to play as long as their full band, and I think people need to be careful that at least I have a festival instead of a full band show. Well, you know what? If you're in Virginia Beach and you want the full DMB experience, drive up to Bristol, go to Charlotte, or go wherever they're going on the East Coast there. I don't know if DMB is doing Charlotte. I may be wrong on that. I think they're only doing one this year, and it may be Charlotte, not Raleigh. But still, go to the nearest DMB show. If you really love them that much, take the time off work, pay for the plane ticket, pay for the train ticket, pay for the, you know, the hotel where you can drive up the coast or down the coast or across the country, because that's the reality. I want to warn fans that you're not going to get everything you want in the festival show that you get with the regular band. And the other thing is, this just brought up a general topic as well. Dave Matthews Band, as much as we love them, as much as they still sell tickets, the relevant factor is not like it used to be in 99. 20 years ago, they were one of the acts for Woodstock 99. 20 years ago, what country music is now, DMB was back then. It was a cultural phenomenon for white people and some black people. I'm kidding. All right, relax. It's just a joke. But you know, it was something where people were going to these shows because it was the scene for different cities. Here in Connecticut, where I live, that was the thing to do. We lost our hockey team in 97, and DMB was that cultural phenomenon where everyone went from every high school in a certain scene. They went to these shows. That is not the case now. So when you see DMB not getting these awards, not getting nominated, why aren't they this, why aren't they that? You cannot find justification in DMB winning awards, getting medals, getting participation trophies, or golden stars. You can find great pride in this fact the band, despite the crazy ticket prices, despite there's no openers anymore, despite the fact that the band has done different things that has changed the sound up for better and for worse, they still fill up a lot of seats. Not every seat, but a lot of seats. They still fill up a considerable amount of lawns for the average show. And the poppin' shows, the lawns are full. There is nowhere to move. People singing and dancing. You can, you know, but at the end of the day, you have to be, if you're 20, not, you know, or not even 20s, because people in the 20s, I think, get it. If you're in your 30s and 40s, the music waves and the way of music is not the same as when you were in high school or college. And I think that's something most DMB fans that are older and a little bit out of touch, no offense, We just get, people get out of touch of things as you get older. You have to realize that and stop finding justification in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Grammys and this and that. And, oh, Dave didn't get played on Ellen, or they got this little thing. Look, the band has its niche. It has its following. That's the beauty of 2019. You don't have to be relevant on the radio to sell out arenas, to sell out amphitheaters, because the internet keeps the community together, keeps it in its small little niche area, but the community is still goes to every show, as Dave says. He has probably like X amount of fans, and they go to every show. So just as we start the summer or spring off, but it's really, it's technically summer tour is what they call it. Just remember, enjoy the shows that you can. Have your feedback. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. You don't have to like the phone book. You don't have to be the dude who folds his arm and says, I want every song to be rare, never been played in 10 years by the band. First time played in 10 years, liberation. Being, there is a middle. I'm going to try to bring that more. I'm going to try to be more positive as we get ready to have DMB kicking off what is now their spring/summer tour season. It's your boy Conservist 34. I will be here on Saturday, hopefully, for my Saturday night stream. I will have some reaction to Something in the Water on my Saturday night stream. And I hope everyone down there has a safe time that is going to Something in the Water. It's going to be more of an urban and more pop event, but be open. Look, the Migos aren't going to be your favorite band or favorite act after this, but check out the Migos. See why they get the crowd popping. Maybe they don't have the stage presence you think of when you go to a show, but just enjoy the moment. Janelle Monáe, Lil Uzi Vert. I mean, these are artists, especially Janelle Monáe, that are just talented. Look at Pharrell. See what he brings out with his many special guests. Be open to different music. Don't just criticize everything the kids are listening to, because despite what, there's pros and cons to the new music. These kids are creative. Yes, they're ripping off yesteryear, but so did the 70s artists. They ripped off blues artists from the 50s and 60s. It may be different because to me, 70s and 80s are the most, 70s, not the 80s, the 70s is the most purest era of music. But it is what it is. Things change. People move on. DMB is not what they used to be, but they're still touring. They're still here. We have to take them as they are. That's all I got to say today. It's your boy Conservist 34. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Your boy is out. Peace.